very good Thursday morning to everyone out there. Landon here with you to bring you your weather and night forecast courtesy of On Target. Folks, Baby Friday is here. That is the good news. We do have a front that's bisecting right along the Ohio River. This is actually drifting down to the south and east here as we work throughout the day. Unfortunately, you will note this is not a straight and dry cold front. This is actually a stationary front that's going to be very weak in nature as it treks south and east over the region. When moisture returns still coming up in here out of the south and west, we're going to have to deal with isolated pop-up showers and storms as we work throughout the day. But folks, after we progress past today, we're going to be looking at intense heat and humidity taking over Friday all the way through the early days of next week. Let's get a look across the region. Morgantown Skycam kicking things off. We got some dense fog out there in some locations. That's rolling in off of the mighty Green River early this morning. Make yourself aware before you head out on the early morning commute with the dense fog in some locations. Taking a look over downtown Bowling Green, courtesy of the D93 Skycam. You can see we're not dealing with quite as much fog. You can kind of see back there on the horizon closer to the Barron River. There is some fog over in that direction, but looks like it's pretty much lifted out here of the Bowling Green and surrounding vicinity. Taking a gander at those temperatures and dew points, we remain very warm. We remain very muggy. It's going to stay that way, friends. We're going to be pushing highs up between the low and mid 90s this afternoon. Dew points hovering right around the mid 70s. We will be making a run at the opportunity of some of us seeing triple-digit heat indices as we work and we progress on throughout the day. All right, so let's jump over here and let's talk about it. What's going to be unfolding here in the short-term model guidance. And first and foremost, it's the rain chances today. They're going to be less in nature, folks, as we said. Not going to be nearly as numerous, although they remain scattered here over the past few days. We work into this afternoon with these sporadic air mass showers and storms. It's a game of the storm roulette if you get caught underneath these. Could be a very efficient rain producer in a very short time. These air mass in nature storms, they blossom, they ride on, and then they collapse, moving at a very slow rate. Going to be more of the same today, and you will note with the loss of daytime heating, we lose the activity across the region. We work into our Friday. We're going to be dry as a bone out there with sunshine coming back into the picture to completely dominate the forecast. Taking a look at the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere, this is our play of what's going to be unfolding here after we move past today and we move on into the weekend. What you're going to notice is a large expanding upper level ridge that's going to be taking over our vicinity here. After the cool front passes, here we are progressing and working into our Friday. We work on into the weekend, and right here is the center of that ridge planted right along the eastern tier of the U.S. This is going to prevent any weather makers from reaching our vicinity. We are going to be high and dry with that increasing heat and humidity in play beginning tomorrow and taking us, as you can see here, well into our Saturday and Sunday with the upper level ridge remaining intact. Now, with that taking shape and taking over, take a look at the behavior of those heat indexes. Mid and upper 90s this afternoon. A few of us may touch the triple-digit mark. But as we work into the Friday and Saturday time frame, these are going to be becoming even hotter, breaking the threshold of around the 100 to 105 degree mark for some of us. Each afternoon Friday, all the way through the weekend here. We'll take this all the way through lunchtime on Saturday. We're all the way back up between the mid and upper 90s in the heat indice department. So take that as you will. You don't want to be spending extended periods of time in the great outdoors here over the next several days. This upper level ridge is going to maintain complete control until we roll into roughly Wednesday of next week, all right? You can see the ridge here as we work into Monday evening, but notice the back building nature of this ridge that's going to cement itself here over the desert southwest and the Four Corners region by the time we reach Wednesday into Thursday. You will blatantly see that here. We do have Hurricane Aaron over here that models are portraying. We'll get more of that here in just a moment, all right? But with that upper level ridge taking shape, especially as we roll into our Wednesday on into our Thursday and Friday, look at the ridge building in here over the west is going to allow this trough to carve out right along the Great Lakes region over into the Midwest and over into the north and east. What this is going to allow us to do is, with the upper level ridge building in here well to our west, this upper level flow is going to be able to bring a cold front or 2 or 3 cold fronts. I know I'm getting myself a little bit excited, folks. Stay calm out there. This northwest flow could be ushering in 2 or 3 cold fronts that's going to pass through here. Obviously, this could result in an uptick of rain and storm chances for a day or two, but more importantly, it's going to be the sweet relief that follows behind that front that could be setting up for, wait for it, a stretch of 3, 4, 5, maybe even 6 days or a full week of some more comfortable air for us to soak in out there, right? So here's how the behavior is going to look in the dew point department. Here we are working into our early Tuesday morning time frame. Then we get into our Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and you can blatantly see the loss of the higher dew points. It's being suppressed by the passing cold front well south and east of the region. By the time we roll into Thursday, Friday, and here we are looking at Saturday of next week, so this is roughly a week and a half out. Dew points down to the upper 50s, lower 60s. Here comes another passing front, dipping our dew points, dare I say it, all the way down to the upper 40s to lower 50s. By the following Monday, that would be valid for August 25th for you all out there keeping score. So we could be looking at an extended period here. Looks like we're going to have to deal with roughly another week of this intense heat and humidity, 6 or 7 days of it. Then finally we'll bring this cooler air in here after some much needed rain chances to really bring some relief that we've been waiting for seemingly never ending long period of time. All right, jumping back over here and taking a look at today's thunderstorm risk. We remain in a generalized thunderstorm category. We are not expecting any sort of severe weather. If you get caught underneath the slow-moving storms, gusty winds, frequent lightning, opportunity of them being efficient rain producers as well. Tropical storm Erin continues to gain strength well out into the Atlantic. This thing is expected to become a hurricane by early tomorrow afternoon, becoming a major hurricane during the pre-dawn hours of our Sunday morning. Continuing on its track there, folks, model guidance continues to suggest this thing is going to bow right up along the East Coast and then bow back out to the Atlantic. Some of that has to do with the trough that we were just looking at, allowing the cold fronts to come in here out of the north and west. That front's strong enough, folks, that can actually deflect the tropical storms back out into the Atlantic. So right now, we like the setup. Hopefully that's the case. If we see some change in the mid and upper level patterns here over the next few days, that could bring that hurricane a little bit further towards the U.S. mainland. And as I've mentioned several times this week, folks, tropical cyclones have a mind of their own. You can see those things go off grid in comparison to actual forecasts that are put out there. So this is going to be a ever-evolving, sensitive situation that we'll have to keep extremely close eyes on. As promised, folks, after we get past today, we're looking high and dry. Over the next 7 days, the model rainfall output forecast is at 1/10 of an inch. We're going to be lucky to even squeeze that out with this dry, extremely hot, extremely muggy pattern that's going to continue to impact the region. Here's a full breakdown of your next 6-day weather forecast, folks. Outside of an isolated storm chance today and an isolated storm chance on Tuesday of next week, we're going to have that big ball of fire absolutely dominating the sky. It's going to be oppressive heat. It's going to be very sultry in the great outdoors. Feels like a microwave loaf of bread. Going to have real-time readings in the thermometers anywhere around the mid to even upper 90s at times. And we could even break the threshold to see those heat indices anywhere from 100 to 105 degrees during this period of time as well. That's going to wrap up your Thursday morning Baby Friday edition of your Weather and Night Forecast, brought to you by none other than On Target. You all take care of yourselves and each other. Stay cool out there if you got the opportunity.